Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is your multimedia designer, Bernard Fields, and I'm here to share with you the process that I take when creating lower thirds using Premiere Pro versus using After Effects. Now, you have to excuse, it is, hey, I am actually doing a video tutorial. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, I am out and about. I'm at Crossroads, and you may hear back in the background like kids playing in the kids play area, and people walking around. And as you saw, somebody thought that I was talking to them or talking on the phone, and I'm just doing a tutorial. So I'm glad you guys are here. But anyway, a lower third is, for those who don't know, a lower third is the portion, if you were to horizontally split your screen up into thirds, the lower portion of that third is where you would put, like, titles, names, logos, things of that nature when it comes to video. You see that a lot on news broadcast channels, and just really almost anything that you watch on TV, like regular television. That TV channel will have on the bottom lower third, the bottom right, or the bottom left, that channel, that logo. You don't have things going across the middle of the screen. That would be nuts. Sometimes you may have things going across the top, and that is normally considered or called tickers. And some titling can also be up there. And I don't know if the opposite of lower thirds would be called higher or upper thirds. I don't know. But we're going to be talking strictly about lower thirds here. So I did some prep work in Premiere Pro, in which I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. So just give me a second here to do that. And let's get it on and popping. Okay, so over here in Premiere Pro, I already have a video which I'm going to be using, and we're going to be moving fairly fast, because I'm just assuming that a lot of you all know how to use either Premiere Pro or After Effects when it comes to getting your video all loaded up. So I have my video imported here in my projects folder. I'm gonna right click on it, and I'm going to create, well, actually, yeah, I'm going to create a new sequence from the clip. Okay, so I have my sequence here, and I'm only going to do a maybe like 15 seconds of this. So I'm going to find 15 seconds. What I'm going to do, I'm going to hit the tilde key to make this larger. The tilde key is right underneath your escape key if you're on a Mac. I'm not too sure if it's the same on a PC keyboard, but you hit the tilde key right underneath the escape, and it makes whatever window you have selected larger. Okay, so now I'm just kind of scrubbing through, finding my 15 seconds. And I think I'm going to start right here. I'm going to trim, pull this all the way back. Then I'm going to go to about 15 seconds here. I'll just go ahead and type it in. 15 seconds, 0, boom. I can hit Command K, and it cuts that, and there we have it. Okay, so now we have this, what we're working with. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in some. All right, and we want the lower third, of course, right here along the bottom of the video. Now it has title bars, like these black bars at the top. We're just going to ignore that. That's okay. We're going to move up again, still within the lower thirds. We're going to put the record label here, and then we're going to put Triple E, that's the artist here rapping. We're going to put his name right here on this lower third portion. So over here I have my footage, video footage. I have my sequence right here, and then I have the logo. All right, but what we need to have a title. And what you need to do is you can right click on here and go to new item, and you could do title, or you could come up here at the top where it says file, new, and you could do title or you could just do a shortcut key, which is your Command T. All right, and then there you have your title options pop up. It automatically gives you the dimensions. Let's see, Command T. All right, and then you will go ahead and you can name the title. You can say lower third. Lower third. All right. And once you hit enter, boom. Now you have this window that allows you to be able to do all type of stuff, such as your type tool here. You have also your shape tool, so you can create backdrops for your lower thirds. But we're going to do something, like I said, really quick and simple, so you guys can kind of get the idea. You can jump in and you can be as creative as you want. So we're going to click the type tool and just click anywhere in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and put his name. Let's call it Trip Lee. Okay. And then I click on my selection tool and I can move this over. Again, you have all these tools at the top. I'm pretty sure if you've been designing for a long time, or even just doing some typesetting, you understand exactly what all this justifying and justification, blah, blah, blah. I don't need to go into all that. So you're just going to watch me just do my thing here. Over here, you have your title properties. You have your transparency. You can change the transparency on whatever you have selected here. The position, as you can see, but I mean, who does the XY position when you can just click and drag and move it around? But you can see the numbers moving. The same thing when it comes to the width. Same thing when it comes to the height. You can stretch it, all that good stuff. And then you have your font family name. You have the font style up underneath. You have the font size if you want to make it bigger or smaller. Again, you can just grab it. Also on the screen. Deleting, kerning, all that good stuff. Even down to the color. Like if I click on an eyedropper, as I'm scrolling over particular colors in my scene, if I want to make it blend well, I can do that. I can pick a color out of here. I'll pick that, or I can just, again, click this and you have your color wheel that pops up. All right, so I'm just going to go with white for right now. Again, you can pick whatever you want. You also have you can have a stroke. You can add a stroke to that, as you can see. And you can make that thicker. You can change the edge. All type of stuff. It's just a lot that you could get into. But I don't want to do an inner stroke. I don't want to do a stroke at all. So I just take that off. Same thing with the shadow. You could put a shadow on there. As you can see, the shadow pops on and off as you need it. Same thing with the background. You can put a whole solid color background, or if you want, you can yeah, you can just mess around with that. I'm not going to go into too much detail. So I'm just going to close all of those things, because the only thing I'm really concerned about is just the color fill and my font. I'm going to go with my go-to, which is Century Gothic. All right, that looks pretty good. I can go ahead and lower this down, make it smaller. I can also double click into this, right? And make it bold. And I'll just go ahead, close the space on that for design purpose reasons or whatever, right? And let's say we want to have a red background, as far as like a red bar. Okay, I will go ahead and go over to my rectangle tool. I will click on my rectangle tool, and then this is what it currently looks like. It's just a white square. So I can just go ahead, click that, and now I have options to go ahead and change the color. So let's go with something like a red. Okay, and then also, let's see here. If I want to move this behind the Tripoli, I can do that.
What's up, bro?
Hey, man, I'm doing all right. Just sitting here, just doing a little quick video tutorial, kind of telling people how to create lower thirds.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll come back.
Yeah. I only need like about maybe 10 minutes of that.
Perfect.
Cool.
All right.
I'll be right here.
Okay.
All right. Sweet. So yeah, you can do a command and you hit your left bracket. I don't know necessarily um, how to I guess go into file or whatever. I don't know how to do it. I just know that I've been working so long with layers that they kind of carry this universal shortcut key um, thing with Adobe. So yeah, hit command um, left bracket to send it back, and then you can hit command right bracket to move it forward. So as you can see, I'm going back and forth. All right, so then I can grab this edge and I can pull it all the way over to the side like this, like voila. It looks good. And I'm like, okay, cool. All right, so that's what that will look like. Okay, now if I want to create another bar up underneath, let's say I'm going to go ahead, trying to get a little fancy here, create another bar, and I'm going to make that bar black. Okay, and I'm going to move that one right up underneath. Okay, like that, and okay, and I'm gonna send that back so I make sure that it's not covering anything up. Okay, and you can also use your arrow keys to move it, to nudge it down to where it needs to be at. Okay. You know what? I'm going to make that white. Yeah, I'm gonna make this white, and then I'm going to put a black font on top of that. Again, I'm hitting my type tool, and I'm just typing in music artist. No, I'm not going to put that. I'm going to put the name of the title of the song he's doing, which is Sweet. Oh, Sweet. Okay. All right, and let me see, I gotta move this over. It's good to have it bleed a little bit, so you make sure that you have it on the edge. It's like it's going over just a little bit so that you won't have this black line going over here once you kind of put it out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, change this to black, like so. And it's already on top. See, it's a little bit too big. Just go ahead, hold down Shift, and voila, like that. Okay. And let's see. And of course, let me see. I can make this a little smaller. I can change the font size. Then I can nudge it down. And there we have it. Okay. So that's his name. Okay. All right. So we're just going to go with that and just close out the window. And there it is. It's created right there, your lower third. Now you can take that lower third and then pull it up here, like so. And there you have your lower third. Now, for me, this is what's bothering me. Over here, if I was to go ahead, hit the tilde key, right there, this right area is not lined up right, which is perfect because I'm going to show you that you can go back into your lower third and you can select all of it. And then you can nudge it up, move it up, however you like it. Okay, select all, move it up some more. Unselect all, that was too much. All right, and then you just hit close, and it automatically updates. See that? Now it's up there flush against the edge. All right. Okay, so it's looking sweet. Okay, now over here on this side, I want to put that 116 logo. Okay, easy. Just grab it, and you just drag it over. Okay. And I'm moving my lower third up because I want the 116 logo to be there the whole time. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag that completely over. And as you can see, it's like freaking huge. So what you want to do then is go ahead and change the scale. You want to shrink that down to about something like that. Okay. Now, if you want to move it, of course, you just can't click on it and start moving it around. You have to click on right here where it says motion. Click on that, and then it's selected, and then you can go ahead and grab it. Now, for some people, you're like, oh, okay, like I like that box around there. Then others are like, no, I don't want that box at all. I don't think that it looks good. Blah blah blah. Whatever the reason may be, that's cool. That's totally up to you. I understand. You can even take it here and you can scale it. Scale it. Again, using the arrow keys, you can nudge it. Now, if you don't want that white box, the easy way to go ahead and get rid of that is still over here where you have your position and all that good stuff. Let's see, you will go onto where it says opacity. And opacity, of course, as you can see, it lowers the opacity, makes it, you know what opacity is. Crap, what I'm doing trying to explain that. Over here, blend mode is just like in Photoshop. Just go over here and you just hit whatever type of, let me see, multiply. There it is. And boom, just like that. And you can even animate that if you want to. Now, for some people, let me see, let me change. Okay. Now, for some people, they were saying, okay, well, how do you animate this in? I just don't want it to pop up. You know, where are the keyframes at? Okay, here's where the keyframes are. The keyframes are right in here, because you have your timeline and you have this little timer here. Whenever you hit the timer, that's letting you know you're going to go ahead and do some keyframing. All right. So what you do is you select the lower third, because you don't want to start off with the low, with it being in. Okay. You can go ahead and say, okay, I want it to be totally in about right here. Okay. Cool. You go to your motion, because that's where your position is, and you're going to hit the keyframe, right? Then you're going to go back to the very beginning, and you can, again, you can hit the, well, yeah, you can hit the position, the motion, and it will select the whole thing, and you can move it. You can do it like that. Or you can say you got your X and you have your Y. You're going to be moving on the X coordinate. So then you just move it completely over like that till it's out of frame. Okay. And then when you press play, boom, it moves right into place. Now for the keyframes, you're like, okay, well, that was too long. No problem. You go right over here to your keyframe. Again, as you saw, I hit the tilde key, and you can move that over. I want to move in like, super fast. Now this is one of the things when it comes to motion graphics in After Effects. You lose the blur. You don't really have the blur unless you're going to get some, some filters. Unless you're going to buy some plugins. There's some free ones out there, but you just got to search. I'll probably go ahead and share some of what I have, like Red Giant Universe. Go out there and check out Red Giant Universe. They have some pretty dope stuff that will allow you to be able to do some quick animations for moving, positioning, things of that nature. But this is kind of like just the raw basics for those who don't have all the bells and whistles like I do. So you can get in there and you know exactly where to go and how to make things move. Now, let's say you wanted to move out your lower third. Okay, what you would do is you drag your lower third out some more, right? Because it's in there sitting for a while, and then you're like, okay, I want it to go away. All right, cool, not a problem. What you do is you would hit, and you would add a keyframe, because if you don't add a keyframe, then it's gonna go and like start moving back in a position over time, like right here. Like you want it to hold, like you want it to be right here for a position of time. Same thing right here. Then you want it to move back out of frame right around here. Okay, so then you just go and you just move it back like so, and that's that. And so when I hit play, And then it's gone. All right. And then also another thing with keyframes, you can go in here and you can right click on your keyframe and you can make the Bezier. Like what I normally do is I just do like the Bezier. Let's see the ease in. You can do the ease in, same thing right here. Ease in, and it just adds a little bit more flavor to it. Okay, so as you know, okay, and that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, the other thing that I have to show, I mean, if you want to know how to render this thing out, how quick does it render, you just select your timeline work area space down there, hit Command M, and it'll allow you to be able to bring up what it is you're trying to export. And then you will hit Q. Well, first of all, you want to find out where it's going. The output name. I want it to go into my creating lower thirds. And then hit save. And then I will hit Q. And you're going to see how quick this thing renders out, because it's not long at all. Bum, bum, bum. And when you hit Q, it's going to bring up your encoder. As you can see, your Adobe Media encoder. That is like a must to have, because if you don't have it, then you're going to have to render within the program, which is going to stop your production. You know, sometimes people just say, well, I got to stop everything that I'm doing just to be able to render out. You know, no, go ahead, send it to the queue, the render queue, your Adobe Media encoder, and you can continue to keep working on your project or other projects. So here it pops up here, and give it a second. Okay. Once it pops up here, I hope it's not too loud, guys. I mean, I hear kids screaming in the background. I promise, they're not being abused. They're having a ball. They are having a blast. Okay, once it pops up, I mean, I'm on my laptop, so it's going to take a second for it to you know, load up, which is still better than trying to render it out in the Premiere Pro or After Effects, because you're locking yourself down. You won't be able to continue to keep working. Okay, let me go back to my Premiere Pro here. And again, this is like super duper quick. I mean, like if I had more time, what I would do is I would, you know, make this, I would animate this, the logo here. I would make the logo kind of like, you know, blur in. I would do more with the Tripoli suite portion that's coming in. Okay, there it is. All right, and it's already started. And here's the time remaining, and this is only for 15 seconds for a quick lower third. You only got about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, you know, seconds left. And once it's complete, here, bling, cool. I hit that button, it shows me where it's at. I can hit my space bar, and there it is. And that's that. So let me go back here into, let's see, stop that. Cool. So I hope you guys learned something. This type of stuff, like I said, I do it when I feel inspired. When someone asks a question on how to create something, it's kind of hard, difficult trying to just talk over like texting and, you know, chatting, messaging. I like to just do videos. So that's my thing. And I thank you guys for your time. Hope you guys learned something. And until next time, guys, peace in, confusion out, and happy designing.